When you are watching your favorite show or a movie, do you ever wonder what fragrance your favorite characters would wear? I play this game all the time. If you never did, please do. It's so much fun to think about. Sometimes I really open my closet with fragrances and I look through all of them and think about what kind of scent the character would wear. And today we're going to play this game together. You can help me in the comments and give me your thoughts because they can be different from what I choose. I think it's going to be so fun to do it with you guys. So, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy watching my content. That really, really helps. I'm getting to 3K, so let's push a little bit. Let's push to 3K. I really want to finally reach 3K because it always feels long. And of course, pour yourself some tea, coffee, maybe order some pizza, especially if you're in New York, Joe's. Have you noticed the fake Joe's pizza, by the way, and friends? It's thick and small and doesn't look like Joe's at all. Let's begin with a beautiful, talented chef with mommy issues. It's Monica. Monica is incredible. I love her character. She's so strong and passionate. She has a big personality. She has a lot of resource. She unites everybody in a group, I think, because everybody comes to her place to hang out. She's always in the center. She's the host, right? She is an incredible chef. She's talented. She loves what she's doing. She knows what she wants. So when I was looking for a fragrance for her, I was thinking that it should be something with a spine, something with a muscle, but still feminine. At the same time, very powerful, something that announces this person's presence. And I could not think of a better option. It's Portrait of a Lady by Frederick Malle. It's a rose with patchouli and incenses. It's a little bit mysterious. It's serious. This thing is not kidding, and it would be so great on her. This rose, because Monica's color is clearly red. She is red. This fragrance I also imagine is a very bright, slightly darkish red, it's how I imagine her. The older she gets, the better this would look on her and smell on her. That would be incredible combo. Yeah. Portrait of a Lady for Monica. Next is the guy who got married more than anybody else. Okay, maybe not more than anybody else, but it's Ross. Sensitive, organized, disciplined. The person who also knows what he wants, but he doesn't want how to get it. Or sometimes he's procrastinating his decisions. He's not sure. He's not self-confident. He's a person who doubts himself and his choices and his words and everything in the world. He thinks and overthinks everything. He's in a way the opposite of Monica. Monica doesn't really think, she just acts and then she figures it out. And Ross, he thinks about 100 times and then another 100 times and then he will act. You remember as Rachel joked that 2 or 3 years and you finally got me. Something like this. So Ross is a good guy. He's also, all characters have a good heart. They all are good, kind, nice people. Although, yes, they mess up, they say things, they do things, but they're always willing to grow and get better. And Ross is the same way. And when I was thinking about the fragrance for Ross, I reflected mostly on a brand because I feel like the brand and the aesthetics would be important. He's the best dressed guy. He clearly thinks about what he wears and his style. So I thought that byredo would be actually really, really good for him. I can see him enjoying the minimalistic Swedish style and the fragrances too, because these fragrances are really good everyday scents mostly, and eyes closed. Maybe there could be a better one for him. I just didn't have it in my closet and didn't have samples, but I think eyes closed would work for him very well too. It's a powdery iris with a big dose of cinnamon, maybe clove too. Yeah, I smell like something like a clove as well, and a woody base. This kind of scent reminds me of somebody reliable, somebody I can trust, somebody who can hug me, and I would feel very secure. So this is perfect for us. He's that kind of person, that kind of man, And byredo would work excellent for him. Now let's move to the most loyal womanizer, Italian American womanizer in New York. It's Joey. Many people's favorite. I understand why. He's maybe not the sharpest tool, but he has a huge, the biggest heart. He is so empathetic. He reads people so well. He knows human nature. He understands it. Even though he's not the best actor, at the same time, somehow he just understands people. And I feel like he sees right through them. I think that Joey would choose something. You know, he would walk by New York whistling, thinking about something, or maybe eating a sandwich, and he would see an advertise, like a commercial for some fragrance with a really cool, handsome man with a vibe, very big actor. And today it would probably be Myself by Yves Saint Laurent. I have a sample here because I feel like Joey is a visual person and he would probably go for the image. He's definitely not the one who would go to Fragrantica, look up the notes, the brands. He's not like that. He would see that, come to Sephora and say, that guy. I want to smell like that guy. And they would give him this or Bleu de Chanel or Dior Sauvage, something like that. But I decided to go with Myself because I think this one is newer, maybe. I might be wrong because this kind of profile is definitely not my strong suit. But it's orange blossom and bergamot with patchouli. It's kind of a typical fougere scent in a way. Although it's not herbal, so maybe it's not a fougere, but it smells like a fougere. It smells very fresh. It smells like there's a lavender too. Yeah, pretty sure. Probably woody base, ambroxan, stuff like that. It's not special, it's not really interesting, but I feel like this is what Joey would go to, and I understand why. Okay, to the next. Now let's discuss the most spoiled pretty girl. Her name is Rachel. She comes from a wealthy family. Her father is a doctor, and she was preparing all her life when she was growing up to marry a doctor, which didn't really, technically, she married, probably they married with Ross, right? But he's a doctor, but still. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Rachel would definitely wear something with class. She always carries herself with respect, remembering her roots, where she comes from, who she is, even though sometimes when she was a waitress for years, right, she couldn't afford stuff. But let's imagine that she grew up, and although she grew in her career, she became super successful, and she could afford probably any scent. I think it would be Chanel. It would be Les Exclusifs line. And beige sounds perfect for her because it's both classy and stylish, and it's just beautiful and a little bit sexy. A little bit sexy, although she's just so sexy herself, the way she dresses, you know, the way her gestures and how she behaves. She could not wear a fragrance that is too sexy, it would be too much, so she would need something with a hint. It's honey, it's frangipani, oh my god, beautiful. It's freesia, some other white florals, but kind of tropical white florals. And there's a beautiful sparkling caramel like honey, maybe on the petals. This is so well done. Probably the most sweet fragrance, the sweetest fragrance by Chanel that I know. It's pretty sweet. Honey is really powerful here. I love this scent, especially in the heat. I usually wear it in the summer. I have Eau de Toilette version that is already discontinued. They have Eau de Parfum. This one is sweeter though. Eau de Parfum is a little bit more kind of smooth, you know? They just took away the extra sweetness. There's almost something wild about it. It's like a little bit more, and it would be indolic, but it never crosses that line. It's not indolic at all. Now our favorite hippie girl, Phoebe. Phoebe is special. She would go something vegan, cruelty-free, anything-free, green, eco-friendly. She would check 50 times that they're actually good, that it's a clean brand, that they don't violate anything at all, ever. I don't know for sure, but I decided to research the clean brands, you know? And there's a list. Some fragrances I like, some I don't like. And when I looked at the design, the packaging, the names, the kind of fragrances, I thought that Fleur would work for her. I think that one of the fruity fragrances would really attract her attention. They have a scent that is called Mood Ring. There are all kinds of fruits. I don't remember it that well. I remember that I smelled it. It was very fruity. And another one is apricot privé. Sorry, I love to note. Apricot privé is really cool. It's fruity, it's sweet, it's fun, super positive. So I think one of those two she would actually enjoy, because I imagine something bright, fruity, light and fun, and something just uplifting on her. I think she would love a fragrance of that kind. Tell me what you think Phoebe would wear, because I think she was the hardest for me. I was thinking for a while what fragrance to give her, because she's very loving, she's passionate, she's emotional, she's expressive, she's messing with everybody all the time. She's a good actress, probably better actress than Joey, maybe, I don't know. She's a singer, and she's a hippie. So a fragrance that is called Mood Ring would probably, she would like that. And the last character, who's also my favorite, is Chandler. Of course it's Chandler. Oh my God, I love his arc. I love his character's development. Somebody who's so insecure, a little bit unstable, who doubts everything, cannot commit to anything. He lives like, he doesn't really live, I feel like. He lives through lives of other people, but there's not a lot of life in his life. But then in the end, he becomes a great husband, great father. He's fully committed. He becomes something like, as Monica, she maybe is a mother figure for everybody. He slowly becomes a father figure. Somebody you would go to for an advice, somebody who you imagine as the most reliable, they're smart, somebody who's accomplished, who reaches their goals. He changed his career drastically. He found his passion. He was fighting for having kids with Monica. It was so amazing to watch him. And I don't know, Chandler is such an amazing character. And oh my God, of course we should thank Matthew Perry for that, the actor who already passed, unfortunately, which was so sad. And I heard so many good things about him as a person, but he definitely struggled a lot in his life. And making people laugh was his remedy, his way of healing himself. And he made us all probably laugh. Definitely, he made me laugh a lot. And for Chandler, I wanted to find something classic too. Probably was Monica's help, maybe. At some point, she would help him choose a fragrance. It would be something expensive. He's the one who probably made the most money out of all of them, at least the first few seasons when he was at his first job that nobody can remember the name of, because he was very successful. He was a boss. It would be something expensive, something popular. I don't think he would go for something super unique, special, weird, you know, smoky, pagan, tribe, fire, something like this. He would never do that. He would do something like Oud Wood by Tom Ford. This is what I see on him, because it's transparent and kind of a little bit unseen even. The scent, it smells amazing. When you are close to the person, it smells so classy. Like, it's such a great scent. I still love it. I gave it to my dad, actually. He loves it too. He wears it. It's the scent that I think on any man is incredible. Just incredible for any man. Women too. Women, it's pretty unisex, anybody can wear it, but I just associate this one with men and with my father now. And I think it would work for Chandler so much. It's a very soft, easy oud fragrance with supporting elements like vetiver, so it is woody. Vetiver kind of brings it up even more with a little bit of vanilla. It's not sweet at all, but there is some kind of vanilla softness around it. And I smell pepper in it too. It's also very soft. Everything about that fragrance is soft and serious. It's a good morning scent to go for work, to the office. I think it would work wonderful on Chandler. So yeah, these are my ideas for our friends. What do you think? Do you agree, disagree? What fragrances would you choose? Let's start the discussion in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.